Diabetes will take them out. The eyes of foodie beauty in a hot Kuwaiti bedroom, in a hot Kuwaiti town. As she lay there, seal position, dreaming of 1,000 burgers, till the world turned to darkness and the room went spinning round. Hello everyone, it's James here, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be reacting to the woman whose blood sugar is higher than a fist bump from Shaquille O'Neal. It is Foodie Beauty, and today she is doing a Chinese food mukbang, spring rolls, geberl, well, I think that's general, and chicken fried noodles. So, here we go, from the off. Carbs from the spring rolls and a feastful of carbs in the noodles here. Now, she was talking about how she has to wash her sodium in water. Now that's, a very courageous thing that Foodie's doing there. So I'm sure that'll counteract all of the MSG and the sodium that's in this meal right here. And let's face it, it's a feast fit for a ketoacidosis queen. So, let's get into it.
So I have some vegetable spring rolls with whatever sauce that is. Some people say duck sauce, some people say plum sauce, some people say sweet and sour, I don't know. General, chicken and chicken Chinese fried noodles. Yum, bismillah. And I also
yummers, bismillah, let my pancreas go, thank you so much. Yeah, this is a lot. This is enough to feed a family of 3 or 4, I would say. It's I don't like Chinese food. I've said this in past videos, so I wouldn't eat this personally. Maybe the spring rolls, the vegetable spring rolls, but yeah, just not a fan of this kind of food. I think it's mainly because it is so salty, and then I go and have to drink some no added sodium water afterwards to cleanse my palate.
have some pickled garlic. They give you this little bag of sauces. This is spicy vinegar.
Pickles for a pickle.
This is, whoa, that looks like hot chili sauce. I will not be eating, even though I like hot sauce, but I have my own. I think this is soy sauce. Let me see. Yeah, yum. Put that on the noodles.
Yep, that's that low sodium soy sauce that we all know and love.
And I gotta have my hot sauce.
And a hot sauce.
It's my favorite.
The best way to ruin a meal if
now,
you've got
I
one
went to
taste
groceries a while ago, and they gave me this free tahine, and it's a liquid form, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, it's a liquid form. I've never had liquid tahine.
How about you stick it up your bum? That wouldn't be the worst thing for you compared to everything else that goes in and out of you.
Smells like pure chili. So I just thought I would show you that. Have you guys ever seen liquid tahine hot sauce? I've never seen it.
No,
only the sprinkly stuff. And of course, some berry.
Now this is very interesting. In her live, she was downing and downing the iced tea, downing the water. So one of the symptoms of uncontrolled diabetes is excessive thirst. And you've got to wonder if her diabetes is the same as she says it was. Why would she be drinking so much? Because she lives in air conditioning, so it's like 17 degrees Celsius in her room, so she's not going to be hot, is she? So I think Foodie Beauty's telling a big porky pie there.
Diet iced tea. So let's dig in here. Okay, I like the spicy vinegar for the little...
It's very important to have a diet drink when you consume dainty portions such as this. It just keeps everything, on the level, doesn't it?
Jalapenos. Let's try a spring roll. Dip.
Yes, let's dip, dab, dodge, hum. Wow, that's brown.
That's probably the best spring roll I've had so far here.
Yeah, but what's in it? Tell me. Give me the flavours, give me the notes, give me the scents, give me the mouthfeel. I want it all from a foodie perspective. Or you just say, yummers.
I have chopsticks.
Nice.
I have to practice. What if I go to Japan?
I'm gonna say it. It's very unlikely that Godzilla and Mothra would want a third wheel in their fight. So probably best not to go to Japan for a while, I would say.
Let's try the General So. Meaty bite.
Thank you so much. That was disgusting.
Nice.
Is that broccoli? Is it? I think that is broccoli. That just looks... That looks like a hag's finger. It doesn't look very nice at all.
You're not gonna believe me? Woo.
I never believe you.
But I get the General So because there's broccoli. And Chinese.
Yeah, I definitely don't believe you there. Especially if the broccoli looks like a bloody half-eaten dog biscuit.
Stir-fried broccoli, chilies. It's just so delicious. This is so good.
The thing is, she buys it for the broccoli. I don't think she's actually touched the broccoli yet.
Let's try
All
the
she's
noodles.
had is the chicken.
Stir-fried chicken noodles. They're hot.
They're hot,
You like
just
this
like
too?
me, because it's really warm.
Yummy.
Yummers.
This is hitting the Chinese food craving spot.
Oh, here we go. Imagine if you had a drinking game where she said yummy, or creamy, or savoury. I think I'd be blind drunk. And she'll be blind diabetic if she's not careful. Such satisfying cravings. That's right. MSG's already hitting. Now I know this is at 1.5 speed, but she does seem to. She's always incredibly manic when it comes to having her food. You know, I don't know if I used to have a rescue dog when I was younger, and he would always be really manic with his food because he would think that somebody would steal it, because obviously he must have been in a place with multiple animals. And it's kind of like that, just like, I'm surprised she doesn't growl at the camera if we think we're about to steal her food. It's, it's so bizarre, isn't it?
I still don't know if this is like authentic Chinese food.
Well, did you get it from China? That'll probably be your answer.
Anyone with any knowledge of that? No.
Hold on. You're a foodie, right? Does anybody know if this food's real? Come on. You just need to have just an anonymous, nameless channel at this point. Because you're neither foodie nor beauty. You know, I'm no oil painting, I know that. But I use my real name and I cam up. Bitch. So, you know, if you're an actual foodie, you would know whether this is real Chinese food, wouldn't you? Absolute false advertising, flagrant false advertising.
One time, I told this story before, but
Oh boy, a story.
one time I
This
went
one
on a
time at
family
band
vacation
camp?
trip to Toronto, and we were all starving. And I don't know where we were. I was younger.
Foodie, you've never been starving. Can we please stop this narrative of you being starving?
But which part of Toronto? And I don't know why we stopped here.
I
But
can see my face
we
in
went to a
that
Chinese
sauce.
restaurant.
That sauce is shinier than a bald man's forehead. That is some sleek looking sauce, I'll tell you that.
And you know it's authentic Chinese when it was there was no white people. It was just all Chinese folk.
Right. Very interesting story.
And the menu, like we were asking for like egg rolls.
Her single taste bud's like, I need more heat. I need more passion. You know? That one taste bud is just clinging on for dear life, just hoping for some heat, just hoping for some sauce. And when it sees the salt pass by, it falls asleep. And the pancreas has to bear the brunt of the entire meal because the single taste bud only processes hot food. I'm so sorry, pancreas. It's not looking good for you, mate.
And chicken balls, sweet and sour chicken balls, and all that crap junk food that we love so much.
I'm glad she.
And the waitress was like, "What?"
I'm glad she made that addendum. Like all that crap junk food. She never eats crap junk food. All she eats is real home cooked meals like this. She just happens to have foil containers and plastic containers. It's all actually homemade. Don't worry. I believe everything Foodie says.
We don't have that.
My goodness, that sauce is thick.
I remember like my stepdad like
That sauce is thicker than my leg.
ended up getting Chinese beer. And
What the hell is that? She just ate a desert island.
I remember there like being like a half butchered pig in the window and hanging like ducks. And I'd never seen that before because that's not the Chinese food I'm used to, right?
Right. Jesus Christ.
Oh gosh.
Jesus Christ. She was looking right at herself, and it took her like 5 seconds before she realised there was a tapeworm on her mouth. She needs a bloody tapeworm.
I set a reminder alarm to turn up the AC.
Are we going to get the tapeworm diet? Oh yeah, there's a thing about her. There's rolling blackouts in Kuwait, isn't there? So she can't have the AC on for too long. So like in the peak hour of the sun, like between 12 and 4, I think they have like rolling blackouts, don't they? And people on motorbikes can't deliver food, which is going to be absolutely barbaric for Foodie, isn't it?
Because during the day I turn it down, and then I turn it up at night because we get cold. Well, that's all that does.
Oof.
Extra spicy pickled garlic.
God. Julia, escape
So
now.
anyway, we have a look
You've
at the
got a
menu then.
chance.
Alright.
Julia's like, unhand me, woman. Do not touch what you can't afford. Poor Julia. She's going to go over to the window again and make a break for it. She will one of these days. She's going to be like Steve McQueen in The Great Escape, isn't she?
They ended up ordering peanut soup.
Peanut soup. That sounds
I think it
vile.
was. And jalapeno.
She's losing her train of thought with every
A
bite.
duck. We got duck. Now,
I personally don't like duck. I think it's too fatty and it tastes a bit to me. So, not a big fan of duck. The canard. There she goes. She's eating another
the peanut soup was
archipelago.
different, but it was actually tasty. The broth was really savory,
Ooh. Oh yeah, add savoury to the drinking game.
and there was like peanuts in it. I don't know. It was really different.
Peanuts in peanut soup. Well, confound my expectations. I thought there was going to be bananas in it. Wow. Peanuts in peanut soup. Well, I never did.
And then the duck was very tender, flavorful meat. Anyway, we ended up liking it.
Oh, fabulous, darling.
Oh, it's tasty.
She's like, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then my eyes go back to bed. She's just so manic with her food, picking and packing and pocking and pooking. The glip glop glorper. Wash that MSG down. Lovely.
So I think this food is maybe just like westernized, but I'm not sure.
I don't know, dear. I mean, you live in the Middle East. Why would it be westernized?
I have to have spring rolls or egg rolls.
She just has to have them because otherwise she'll starve without them.
But like,
That's it, Julia.
all of the egg
Let's go, Julia. You can do it this time.
rolls in the Chinese buffets or restaurants I'm used to
Escape, Julia. Be
are made with
free.
pork. So I'll never learn how to use these. I know.
Julia's like, by my calculations,
Because I don't
if I
practice,
jump
like, I
at
just
an
don't even
angle
use-
of 43 degrees, I can glide to safety and land in the United Arab Emirates before sunrise.
them very often. But when I watch mukbangs, I find it looks more tasty to see them eat with chopsticks than a fork. I don't know why.
I don't know, love. Watching you eat with any utensil is kind of mind-blowing, to say the very least. I don't think it matters, really, love. I just don't think it matters.
So yeah, that was in Toronto. I used to go to Toronto as a kid pretty frequently.
She's reminiscing about Canada a lot, isn't she?
Because at the time,
It's almost as if she's got to go to Canada soon. Yes. Yes, I wonder.
I say at the time because I've had different best friends for
Bloody
different
hell.
periods of my life. For that period of my life, my best friend moved to Etobicoke. I don't know if you're watching,
I am watching, unfortunately.
because I did talk to her. I still talk to her sometimes here and there.
Foodie has a
I haven't
friend.
lately, but
Friendly beauty.
she did watch my videos before, so.
Yeah, I don't think she's watching them now.
Anyway, when she moved, it devastated me to no end because we were together every day. Every
We're
day.
like twinsies. It's fabulous, darling.
And when she said she was moving to Toronto, because from where we were living, Cornwall, it's a good 5 hours away. So it's not like I can just go, visit her.
Why not? You went on a 2-hour round trip to get your CPAP machine. Why not go 5 hours to see a friend, eh?
So I went a few times to spend some time there in the summer when there was no school.
She has some wonderful stories that go
And,
nowhere. The best thing to do when you do a mukbang is to tell stories that don't go anywhere. And when I was younger, I used to tie an onion on my belt, as was the style at the time. And back in my day, quarters had pictures of bumblebees on them. And I'd say, give me 4 bees for a quarter, they'd say. And then, oh yeah, it was important to tie an onion to your belt, as was the style at the time. That's pretty much Foodie stories. They just go nowhere.
She lived in a high-rise on the 16th floor. And I was deathly afraid of elevators at the time, like panic attack. Because as a kid, I got stuck in an elevator a couple of times. I got my hand stuck in the door. I got stuck when there was a fire in the building.
Julia's like, right, she's busy scranning. I'm going to make a break for it now.
And so she lived on the 16th floor. I was like maybe 12 or 13 or something.
Did you go up the stairs then?
And I would walk up and down the stairs every time.
Nice.
16 flights.
And now she doesn't use stairs. She goes up elevators because she is too large. It's quite sad, really, isn't it? I don't know. When I was massive, big boy, 500-pound boy, I was scared of elevators purely for the reason of weight capacity. So if there was a lift and the weight capacity was like 700 pounds, I'd have to be pretty much on my own in the elevator because I would fear that the elevator wouldn't go if like two people got on. It was that bad, and it's so silly to think about it now. Um, God, yeah, I was a right silly sausage of that size. Good grief! And now I go up and downstairs. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. You really should try it, Foodie. Oh yeah, you did. You fell.
And they were always like, just take the elevator. And I couldn't do it. And she would go walk her dog frequently. They had a little Sheltie.
I've seen less oil off the coast of Mexico. Bloody hell.
It was so cute. Oh. And I would never go with her because that meant like going up and down the stairs too many times.
I mean, to be fair, 16 flights of stairs is quite a lot for anybody. But, you know, if you've got a good friend up there and you're committed,
had a good time.
You can do it.
You know what? I'm giving up on the chopsticks. This is a lot easier.
She can't shovel a lot in with the chopsticks. That's why she's got to get a fork and, you know, get mounds and mounds of noodles and go hum.
It's like the sauce disappears and I can't taste it.
You can't taste anything. I mean, it's all doused in hot sauce.
So,
like as if she tells us she can taste things. Everything's savoury, yummy,
there's egg,
and
but
creamy.
I like egg and like fried rice and noodles. I don't know why.
Anyway,
I
just
was
cram
my
it all
childhood.
up.
Yeah, when you have a best friend that moves away.
That's one thing that strikes me about Foodie. She doesn't have like any adult age stories to tell. It's all like it's all stuff from her childhood, and I feel like she's kind of this is obviously very, you know, armchair psychology for entertainment purposes only kind of thing, but it does strike me as if she's got arrested development. She's stuck as a 16-year-old girl trying to find her way in life, and that kind of manifests in how she acts on camera, because she just eats what she wants, she does what she wants, she always hits back at people with, you know, juvenile insults if they're considered haters. Like in a live she did, I watched the garlic bread commentary. Shout out to garlic bread. Yeah, and she was doing, you know, stupid drawings of people. And, you know, we all want to laugh and stuff like that, but you know, she was doing horrible caricatures of other content creators, and it's kind of, you know, it's very juvenile, isn't it? I'd never do anything juvenile, not like my intros. My intros are very mature, and I won't have anybody say otherwise.
It can be very traumatic. I was like, when she told me, I was like, you can't do that. You know, it was so lonely for a while.
I'd wager that her existence now is very
friends.
lonely. Even though she's got somebody, you never see him around. It's like that. It's like I used to feel lonely even in a crowd full of people. I reckon she has that kind of feeling because it's just, you know, it's kind of a sad existence that she's got, really, isn't it? She can barely leave the house because it's so hot, and all she does is eat food on camera for a living. And Yeah. I would feel empathetic, but we know what she's like, so I don't care that much.
But you know you have that one best friend you do everything with.
No. She stopped doing the
She was.
she stopped doing like the niche audience kind of thing. Like she's got less of a exaggerated face when she eats things. So I guess the niche audience isn't paying out as much anymore. Or maybe she's had enough of them, got the money, and she's like, thank you very much, I'll just stick to high sodium food and low sodium water because it cancels each other out.
Was the one.
Oh yeah, she's drinking hard.
Anyway, if you are watching, I wish you well.
That's very kind
We had
of
some
you.
good times as kids.
The feeling isn't mutual.
It's one of the most
Oh, she's talking
tragic
about
things
that
I find
person.
about life. How much things change. Time goes on. I know it's not meant to be tragic.
At least there's some molecular-sized vegetables in that, so she's getting some nutrients. It's wonderful.
All part of God's plan. And I should just trust it. But it would be so cool to just go back and relive sometime, someday.
If you believe that God has a plan, and the plan for you from him or her is that you scran noodles for a living, then they're not benevolent, are they? I would say they are malevolent, maleficent. Oh, good lord. Or bad lord in this case, if that's the plan.
When I think of my childhood, I think of my friends. I did spend a lot of time alone, though, as a kid, too. Like, sometimes I just wanted to be alone and read under a tree.
No, you didn't. Reading under a tree. Oh, come on. That's some of the, that's like that's a stereotypical lone kid thing to do. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna read Jules Verne underneath an oak tree. You know how I am. I'm such a card. Shut up. You didn't do that.
Or in my room.
Best thing you could do is read a copy of Vogue underneath an umbrella or something.
Listening to Ace of Base. And reading or daydreaming. Doing my nails.
Yeah, what were you reading though? She doesn't tell us what she read.
Wondering when your first kiss is going to be. And it's so different culture-wise because that's like a big cultural first step for someone from where I'm from. Here, it's after marriage your first kiss is supposed to be.
Do you reckon her first book was The Very Hungry Caterpillar?
I have a feeling a lot of people don't obey that. But who knows?
And she thought, oh, you think you're hungry, caterpillar? Well, I'll show you who's hungry. And she trod on that path ever since. And that meal is done. Gone. Finito. What was that? I thought that was the moment there.
Okay, guys. Well, that was yummy, really yummy. As you can see, I loved it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for having dinner with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Goodbye, foodie. Adieu. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. And I hope you all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.